Welcome everyone. Today we're gonna dive into how AI could actually restore what we've broken with Rijo Abraham, a project development manager at Taqa Energy Services. Hi Rijo, could you please tell us what does regeneration mean to you and how does it go beyond traditional sustainability?
Thanks, Reem. I'm really glad to be here. You know, the way most people see sustainability right now is pretty simple. Let's use less, let's do less harm, and let's control our emissions. And that's a good start, but it's not enough anymore. Our planet is already hurting. 6 of the 9 life systems that keep Earth stable are under stress. So instead of asking, how can we use less? I would like to ask, how can we give back more? And that's what regeneration is truly about. It's not just stopping the damage, it's helping nature and people heal and grow stronger. Now, sustainability is like pressing a pause, trying to keep things where they are. Regeneration is like pressing play, rebuilding what's been lost and letting new life grow.
AI is often seen as a tool for efficiency and automation. How can AI actually support regeneration and help design systems that restore, not just reduce impact?
Now, when people hear about AI, they think of efficiency. Now, for us, that may be faster emails, smarter machines, and fewer mistakes, right? But what if we flipped that idea? What if AI wasn't just about doing things for us, but it was more about doing things with nature to restore balance instead of just manage it?
Mhm.
Now, imagine if data could help us understand how the planet is feeling. The forests, the oceans, the cities, all talking through sensors. Now, AI can read those signals, kind of like how a doctor would read our heartbeats and warn us before damage happens, right? Now, it can tell us when a forest is drying, when energy is really being wasted, or when soil needs care before we even notice. Now, that's the magic. So instead of automating extraction, AI can actually guide the restoration. Now, the key is how we use it with wisdom and care to help people and planet thrive together.
From your experience, what are some real world examples or opportunities where AI and systems thinking could transform infrastructure, buildings, or supply chains to become truly regenerative?
Now, let's picture this. You walk into a building
Mhm.
that breathes. The glass changes the shade with the sun. The systems adjust themselves to save energy. Now, I know we've all seen a lot of buildings here in the UAE that do that, but AI can supercharge it. Imagine the amount of information and data that it gathers and the analysis that it does, the workflows that it processes. In some cities, AI now links whole network of buildings so they share power when one has extra. It's like living like an organism. Everything is connected and they're all learning together. Now on farms, satellites and sensors track soil moisture so water use stays just right. And in supply chain, digital tracking follows materials from start to finish so waste almost disappears. Now these are some real examples of technology helping nature heal. And when we design with systems thinking, where everything supports everything else, we move from control to cooperation. Now that's what makes it regenerative.
Oh, that's great. Looking ahead, what mindset or shift do you believe organizations need most to move from compliance driven sustainability to genuine regeneration?
I think the biggest shift is now from compliance to consciousness. And what I mean by that is actually being conscious of every action you take and the impact that follows through. So most companies now still treat sustainability like a checklist. Let's reduce, let's report, and let's repeat. But regeneration starts when we ask a different question. Does this decision make life better? It's that simple. The question changes everything. It turns targets into purpose and rules into care. Now, the moment a business sees nature as a partner and not a resource, that's when things start to change. It starts to create a real value beyond the financial gains. And sustainability is currently more of a plan, but regeneration, I would say, is a mindset, right?
What might a regenerative city or company feel like?
Now let's picture the future for a moment. You step outside and the air feels cleaner and lighter. The city feels calmer, not because it's quiet, but because everything works together. Now, the wonderful thing is, I've actually seen projects, which is in cities or in businesses that are doing this in the present. In Singapore, buildings are covered in plants that cool the air and clean it. In Copenhagen, bike paths and wind power keep the city running on clean energy. And in Amsterdam, old materials are reused again and again. A chair, a brick, even a building gets second life. Now, inside companies, the same thing is happening. Patagonia repairs and resells its own clothes instead of throwing them away. Their offices run on renewable energy, and the profits help restore nature. Wow. Now, in places like these, progress doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like balance. Nature, technology, and people all working side by side. Now, that's what a regenerative future looks like to me. I think we're not too far off from realizing it. I think it truly starts with a mindset. And it's not about doing more, but about doing what helps life keep thriving.